I'm going to be talking about this question that I got from somebody that said, I just read the recent article you wrote regarding the things we all hate, which is some of the things that go on inside of our body, mind, and heart. This person wanted to know specifically, what do I mean by non-narrative? And then she continued, I'm grateful for all your work and sharing with others who are looking to heal. We have to understand how we develop. It has to do with brain development. It has to do with acquisition of language. And what we know is in our first early years, from 0 to 3, somewhere in there, can you see that in there, 0 to 3, we experience the world as a felt experience. We don't understand words. We don't have a name for words. So everything that goes on, we experience as these moments of time, these felt experiences. We literally absorb the world instead of thinking about the world. So this is something I've written about in my Becoming Safely Embodied books, in the Attachment-Based Yoga and Meditation book, with also the book I co-wrote with Dan Brown and David Elliott and a group of other people, Attachment Disturbances in Adults. So we are experiencing the world in this very primary way. We experience heat and temperature. We don't think about it, we experience it. Something happens to us and we have a visceral response. That's what goes on in these early years. And over time, we learn and we develop and we have a capacity to put experience into words. So this experience is non-narrative. We don't have a way to describe it. We actually don't even have a me having this experience. In these early years, we experience the world as one. It's uncomplicated in that we are it. We're fused with it. And over time, we realize, no, wait, I'm separate. This is happening, and I'm over here. And during this time and later on in life, we go through this process we call self-other differentiation. I learned that I'm me and you're you, and we can be different, and we have different experiences. And so what happens is, if we have good enough parenting, which the research shows 1 in 4 of us has, then we're able to integrate this. Somebody says to us, oh, honey, what's going on in there? You need your diaper changed? Do you have, you're feeling angry or upset or worried or frightened or something? And somebody helps us put these bunch of many different sensations together into a word, or into an expression, or into a description of this apprehended experience. We apprehend the world. Now, if we don't have good enough parenting, it's almost as if we build a self on top of it, and this stays somewhat separate. There's this buffer zone, and we are living on top of our experience, our felt experience, and now we're starting to think about it. Do you ever have that experience when you can talk about what's happening, but you're not really feeling it or in touch with it? That's what we're talking about here. There's this buffer zone in here that makes it inaccessible. Somebody says, what do you need? And you're like, wow, I just don't know. Somebody says, what do you want for dinner? And you're like, gosh, I don't know. I really don't know. Because we're not linked up inside. And the whole process with healing is about, how do I link up myself? How do I put together all the many pieces so that I'm here with myself connected? So what we need to do is be able to build a bridge from here to in here. We need to be able to be here in whatever age we are, and recognize that there are parts of us or felt experiences. This is the real primary experience. It's non-narrative, it's a felt experience. How do we take that felt experience and learn to understand it and relate to it? In the Becoming Safely Embodied skills, we talk about the thoughts that we have, right? We have a thought about something or a thought that describes something. We have a felt experience, we have feelings, which are about something. It could be here, like this sensation might be tingle. Let's say this is a tingle feeling. But what I do is I get close to that tingle feeling and I say I'm having a feeling about that, is really what happens. But these really primary things are more the sensations, the building blocks of our experience in here. And so what we need to do is be able to be here with ourselves. Say we're 16 or say we're 35 or 95, however old we are. We need to be able to be whatever age we are and connect in here. I'm 35 now. How do I extend my arms, my heart down into this space and pause and let this experience, this felt experience, inform me now? And in the Becoming Safely Embodied Skills, we talk a lot about these being part of the time capsules of experience. They're how they're encoded on us, imprinted on us. But how do we take that and digest it or put together into words? And usually that comes from felt experience, the felt experience that we had that informs the memories we have, the imprints we have, and we build storylines around it, which help us then live and decide, should I do this quicker or not? Is this a good thing for me or not? It's like a shorthand that we have. So the person asked, what is non-narrative? The non-narrative is the felt experience. It's a non-thinking about thing. It's a non-cognitive expression of felt experience. How do we be able to sit inside that, be with ourselves, and let that inform the rest of us? So that happens when we slow down experience. Take our time with it. Like for right now, just take a pause. I've said a lot. What happens inside you as you just drop the storyline, drop what I'm talking about, and just see what's going on inside? Does it make sense? Does it resonate? That's often a first way of checking in. Does something open up inside, or do you feel shut down? Those are all keys, all keys. They're not the only answer, they're not the end of the road, but they're a key to something going on inside. Take a moment and be with it, and let's explore. See what's happening in there. Because all this is going to lead down into what is happening. And when I can let myself actually be with experience, like let's take this one, whatever this felt experience is. If I can let that rise, crest, and fall, just move through this one little thing by itself, without adding more storyline to it, without adding more narrative to it, something relaxes in us. Our system completes. So almost always with life, that's what we're trying to do. Let life rise, crest, and fall. Rise, crest, and fall. And I want to know if this was helpful or not. So I look forward to being with you again.